Okay, now again, let's proceed to the next one. You see here, we are coming to the fill in the blank part. We have already completed the multiple choice part. So the first fill in the blank part question says, find the radius of a circle passing through the points 3, -1, 0, 0, and -1, -1. So we are here expected to find the radius of the circle, guys. So look, the 3 points where you see lying on the circle are given to you. So how can we determine that? We have to recall the definition or the equation of the standard equation of a circle. Okay, so using that we can determine the radius. Let's see how I'm going to do. So the radius of a circle passing through the points 3, -1, 0, 0, and -1, -1. These 3 points are given to you. So as you all know, in our class discussion, we have studied about the standard equation of the circle. We center hk and the radius r is given by x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So these 3 points are given to you. So in place of x, we are going to substitute these numbers. The first, you see, components of the coordinates 3, 0, and -1. We need to put these 3 numbers in place of x one by one, and in place of y we need to put -1, 0, and -1. And in doing so, we can finally obtain 3 different equations with, you see, 3 unknowns. So we can simply solve the values of h, k, and r using this approach. So at xy, where x and y are 3, -1, as I said, puts 3 in place of x and -1 in place of y, because the circle is supposed to pass through this point. We have this expression. So consider this as 1. Later we will try to simplify this and come across with a certain expression problem. And at xy 0, 0, look at the origin. The circle has been said that it passed through the origin. So again, when x is 0 and y is 0, look, when x is 0 here and y is 0 here, minus h is a whole square, which actually is h squared, and minus k squared, which actually is again k squared, can come. So h squared plus k squared equals r squared. Consider that as a second equation. And so when x is -1 and y is -1, we do have this again. So look, students, we do have 3 different equations. How many unknowns? 3 unknowns, because the unknowns are h, k, and r. So we can solve this. Solvable, okay? So let's combine 1 and 2 and 1 and 3, or 2 and 3, or 3 and 2, or something like that. We can combine 2 of these 3 in order to determine, okay, in order to determine the values of these unknowns h, k, and r. So combining 1 and 2, students, combining these 2, one can get -3h plus k plus 5 equals 0. How is this obtained? Let me show you. These 2 are identical. R squared is the same as r squared. So let you copy this and paste it here. So you will obtain 3 minus h squared plus -1 minus k the whole square is equal to this one, h squared plus k squared. But as you are squaring these 2, look, h squared is going to come, and that h squared will eliminate this h squared. Look here again. As you see, multiplying this twice, k squared is going to come, and that k squared will eliminate k squared, and finally, if you rearrange those like terms together, you will finally obtain this expression. So this is obtained basically combining 1 and 2. Similarly, combining 2 and 3, guys. If you combine 2 and 3, look, again here, it has been said that this is equal to r squared, but r squared is again the same as this one. So in place of this r squared, let you copy this and paste h squared plus k squared over here, and try to again, you see, simplify this. You see, as I try to explain the case of combination of 1 and 2, you will again obtain h plus k plus 1 equals 0 as you are combining 2 and 3. Okay, look, students, how many equations now? Look, we have got 2 equations with 2 unknowns because we have eliminated r. You see, we have eliminated r squared, or r, as by our previous steps. So now, look, students, now these 2 can be determined by using simultaneous approach. Look, it has been said that h plus k plus 1 is 0. Yes, but look, from this, look, this h can be taken to the right, and 1 can also be taken to the right. K is going to be minus h minus 1. And using this one, -3h plus k plus 5 is equal to 0. In place of k, let you directly substitute -h minus 1 in place of k. So you do have -3h plus, in place of k, I'm using -h minus 1 plus 5. So everything is written in terms of h. Substitution technique is used, nothing else. So minus 3h minus h makes minus 4h, and here we do have positive 4, so h is going to be 1. If you know what h is, so simple to determine what k, because k is minus h minus 1, so minus 1 makes minus 2. So h is known, k is known, guys. So 1 and minus 2. Our intention is to know the radius, guys, the radius of the circle. But it has been said that radius square is h squared plus k squared. So using that, you see from the equation number 2, r can be obtained as square root of h squared plus k squared. We knew what h and k are. You see 1 square and minus 2 square, and from this r is going to be radical 5. So the radius is going to be radical 5. So our answer is going to be radical 5. I hope you have understood. What comes next is the second, you see, question under the fill in the blank item. So here it has been said that 2 lights are turned on at the same time. So one of these 2 blinks every 4 seconds and the other blinks every 6 seconds. Now there is a dog shouting every time the 2 lights blink together. So this, you see, recalls some sort of, you see, LCM concept, I think, because it is when, you see, we have a common multiple, you see, of these 4 and 6 seconds that we can have the shouting of the dog. So the question is, for 12 hours, if this persists, the question is, how many times do you think the dog shouts or the dog barks? That is the question. So to answer this, you need to recall LCM, the least common multiple of, you see, different numbers. So the first light blinks with interval of 4 seconds. This means the light blinks at 4 seconds, 8 seconds, 12 seconds, 16 seconds, a matter of adding 4, you see, on the preceding, you see, numbers. So at each of these numbers, the dog shouts. I mean, the first light blinks. And the second light again blinks with interval of 6 seconds. This means the light blinks at 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, etc. With an interval of 6 seconds, you see, students, we have the second light being what? Blinking. So now let's take the common intersection of the 2, because it is at the intersection of the 2 that the dog is, you see, shouting. So the LCM of the 2 numbers is obtained to be 12. Look, the least common multiple of these 2 numbers is 12. Here we have 12 under third, you see, in the third arrangement. Again, here we have in the second arrangement we have 12. So the LCM of the 2 numbers is obtained to be 12. So as a multiple of in the multiple of 12, the dog shouts. That is the idea. So for instance, where do you think where do you think the dog is going to shout? Next, from 12 seconds, it will be 24 seconds, because 12 times 2 makes 24, you see. And next 36 seconds, next 48 seconds. It goes in such a way. Look here, 24 is, you see, another common multiple, even though the least one is 12. So at a multiple of 12 seconds, the dog shouts or barks. So the question is, how many times do you think the dog shouts in 12 hours? So every multiple of 12 seconds, the dog barks. So if n represents the number of times the dog is expected to bark, you see, 12 hours is the same as 12 times 60 times 60 seconds, because 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes, and it was 1 minute is 60 seconds. Because of that, 12 is the same as 60 times 60 seconds. Okay, 1 hour is equivalent to 3,600 seconds, so 12 hours is going to be 12 times 60 times 60. Now what follows is, how many times do we have, you see, these 12 for, you see, 12 hours. So to find that, let's multiply 12 by n and equate with 12 times 60 times 60. And this makes, students, n to be 60 times 60, because we can simply cancel here 12 by what? 12. So n is going to be 60 times 60. So here n is going to be 3,600. So this shows you that there are 3,000, the dog barks or shouts for over 3,600 times within the given hours, within the given 12 hours. So the dog barks here 3,600 times within the given 12 hours. I think you have understood in a better way.